I am at Lagoon, Portsmouth Beach to be exact, the area that housed most of the yachties during this pandemic. This is EmoNews, and today we'll be speaking with the yachties at Portsmouth. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good.
From Reading, Pennsylvania, in the United States.
How long have you been in Dominica?
We've been here for just over 2 months. We got here March 14th. When we got here, it was just starting to hit some of the Caribbean islands, and we had avoided islands with the pandemic. So we were excited to come to Dominica because at that point it was virus-free.
So when you heard Dominica got its first case, how did that make you feel?
We were concerned, but it seemed like it was very well under control by the government because they were tracking the people that came in from other countries. Before things shut down, we did watch, where did that yacht come from? Everybody wanted to know, where did that boat come from? Were they from an island that had disease? So everybody was sort of talking to each other and kind of knowing where people had been and who they talked to.
So tell us about your experience in the town of Portsmouth.
I think the people here have been really fantastic to us. We've had really great service, both from Pays. Bongo has set up a farmers market for the yachties, so we didn't need to go into town. It started off twice a week and sort of helping keep us in one place. Titus has done a great job of delivering stuff to us. Spesh and Jerome show up with fresh fish. So we've been really well taken care of, and it's such a beautiful island that the worst part is that we haven't seen enough of it.
Are you all ready to leave?
We're not ready to leave yet. 3 weeks. So we're hoping that we can do a couple more spots that since some rivers and beaches are open. So we're hoping that we can just at least do drive-bys, if not like full-day outings. But so we've got 3 weeks until we need to go to Grenada because we need to be down there for hurricane season. Yep, we love Dominica, and we can't wait to come back when we start heading north. Yeah.
All the best.
Thank you.
I'm Pia.
And I'm Michael.
And you all are from Sweden. And how long have you been in Dominica?
We cleared in Rousseau mid-March, so 2 months.
Do you guys know when you'll be leaving port? How long again?
Yes, we do. We just got a notice from Grenada, so we had booked holding out in Grenada. So now they are letting us in, so we will go next week. And I think we will not be alone to leave the anchorage, sad to say.
Yeah, we're planning to to fly back to Sweden during summertime, hurricane season, and then coming back after the summer.
As you are aware, the hurricane season is approaching. So from the pandemic to the hurricane season, what are your plans?
We're planning to fly back to Sweden and leave the boat ashore.
How do you all get information?
Of course, we can read the papers on the Wi-Fi, but there is also very well working radio net on the VHF every morning, and a Facebook communication. So it's quite easy to get to know what you need to know.
And you are stuck here during this pandemic. Tell us about that.
I think with contacts with our friends, I think we have been very lucky here. Except for the few hard days with the curfew, we have been let ashore, so we have had fantastic walks.
So how have you guys been coping in terms of getting food, in terms of getting supplies? What have you been guys doing?
It's your answer, Pia.
Yeah, but it has been perfect service from everyone here in the marina, coming out and buying stuff for us, and there was a kind of food market organization at the beach, and
then we have been let to shop to do our own shopping. So good job. shopping, good exercise. And we would like to say a sincere thank you for the lovely people of Dominica. And it's from
Bottom of our heart.
bottom of our hearts.
So
Thank you.
we wish you guys all the best and safe journey back.
Okay, cheers.
Okay, I'm Isabel, I'm from Spain and we are in Dominica near 3 months.
I am Santiago from Portugal and Spain also. I'm the same, we are here for 3 months.
Hi, I'm Sunny, I'm from Germany and I arrived here 3 months ago.
Yeah, I am Alex, this is Lou and Fry, and we are from Switzerland. We arrived here on the 4th of March, so it's been 3 months yet.
So we was here before Carnival, we spent here 2 weeks. We love the country and then when they start all the problem with the coffee, we decided the best place to stay was Dominica, and then we come back before it start curfew and so on here. We arrived in March, at the beginning of March also.
So describe your experience. As you know, we were on lockdown, curfews, and you all could not go back to Spain.
Yeah,
Tell us about that.
It was not nice for us, but it was not nice for anyone on the island, and we thought that it was the right attitude to have the curfew because you have not so many cases of corona and you manage the situation. For us, it's not nice, but it has to be, and it was nice.
I think was the decision that the government take was better than in some countries in Europe because they can manage and they control of the situation and was very fast, and now you can see that there is not any new case in Dominic. For me, I'm very happy about the measurements that they have been taken.
There's not much more to add, really. No, in general, we were very, very happy to be here and always felt welcomed. And it was just a very good experience in this all. We all feel incredibly lucky to be here.
You are a special case. You had a baby and you have been here for 3 months.
Yeah, we did.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, actually, when we came here first time, we planned to stay here for like 2 or 3 months because we wanted to hike, and I was here in Dominica 20 years ago and I really remember these islands being such an amazing place, so I really wanted to bring my husband and baby to visit this place. So actually it's kind of stick to the plan for us, even if we are not able to hike so much because of the measure the state plan, but as my friend says, it's like needed to be, so it is like that. And now we are now allowed to go to rivers and beaches, and so even if there's not national park open yet, we still have the chance to visit a bit, and that's a wonderful place to be stuck in. I'm very glad. Thank you for welcoming us.
So were you able to get supplies for the baby and food and...
Okay, yeah, actually we were in Martinique. When we crossed the Atlantic, we landed in Martinique, and all the disease started in Europe, and so my parents in Switzerland told me, yeah, I probably will reach you at some point, so if you have to make some supplies now, some produce you will not find in other islands, do it. So we bought like 3 or 4 months for milk powder and stuff like that. And now we reached the end of it, but here we can find everything we need actually, so it's not an issue at all.
Tell us about your experience with the community of Portsmouth.
Yeah, she can answer for me.
I don't want to. It's the community of Portsmouth is absolutely amazing. Beyond the boat left here, it's very precious. We have been held there for like 3 months or 2 months at least, and the bonds we have together are very strong, and I think we remember a lot of this time, and also this experience changed the way we travel. And with the local people also it's very different, because I guess that most of the time the sailing people just come for a couple of days or maybe 1 week, and we have all been here for 2 months now. So yeah, with the Pais people, the boat people, us it's like Albert and Titus and Martin and Anthony and all those guys. We bond like very strong, and I guess Lou is able to recognize every boat and knows every name of the people around. It says something of
And it was our country for 3 months now to go through all this thing, and it was nice to. Yeah, now Dominica is different for us. It's like
home.
a half home for us. You know what I mean? Or, yeah.
Are you ready to go back?
Yes, I'm looking forward to come back. Yes.
So we heard of Italy and the European countries with so many cases of corona. How did you feel at that time?
I feel worried because part of my family is in Spain. My mother is professor in the university and she get the corona. Then I was in contact with her at the beginning each day, just asking how he was because she's 63 years old and is in the risky area. But finally she passed normal and now is recovering completely. But I was very worried because I was happy to be here because we were safe here, but worried for my family in Europe.
The hurricane season is right around the corner.
We know.
From pandemic to hurricane season. You are going back to
Europe, no. We are going to Panama
Panama.
and then hide from the hurricanes in Panama for a while.
Are you all ready for that?
We don't want to go, but we want to go at the same time. It's confusing feelings, but we have to go.
With borders closing in Dominica and you all were here, were you afraid that at one point that the authorities would ask you all to leave?
Yeah, sure. It was the main worry among us because we, for example, we got 3 months habilitation to stay, so we were clear until the 4th of June, which is not yet already. But some of the boats, they just came for 2 weeks, so the immigration say, yeah, okay, 2 weeks, you don't need nothing on your passport, or the boat is clear for 2 weeks only. And then we didn't know about what's next. We cannot go anywhere, and the European boat, they were still welcome in Martinique or Guadeloupe, but we are a Swiss boat, which is not European Union, so we were kind of stuck here and very worried about the decision that would allow us to stay or not. And finally, kind of quickly, I have to admit, we knew that, yeah, probably they will not send us away because it's kind of, where can we go? We don't have any place to go yet, so. Yeah, finally the thing goes well, and for now we know that we can stay here, just respecting the rules, and we are good. For now, we learned that yesterday, but now we are cool to go to Granada, and yeah, that's a relief.
Well, I want to thank you all for talking to EmoNews. I appreciate it, and I want to wish you all the best. Safe journey to your destination, and remember Dominica.
Thank you so much. Yeah, for sure. We'll come back. For sure.
Do come back.
Sure.
Hi. How are you all?
Very good.
Where are you from?
Germany and Switzerland.
So when you heard of Corona, what were your thoughts?
At the beginning, we really thought it's not gonna get here.
So when it got here, how did you feel?
We know from the very beginning, this is the very best place on earth where we can be confronted with this thing. Because it's a natural island. I mean, if you have to deal with disease, with sickness, you cannot be anywhere else safe than on a natural island.
How have you been coping during this pandemic?
We never missed a thing.
No.
It was a little restriction, okay, not go to town, but it was so quick to find alternate solutions. Like there was a farmer coming up doing a little farmer's market here for the cruises, and we always had the contacts to the boat people. We could just call them and they could get what we ever needed. There was never a thing missing.
No, the place guys took great care, and if we needed some stuff out of the supermarket, we gave them the list, gave them money, and they got the stuff, and it was perfect.
I see you'll have a bunch of bananas here.
Yeah. Just met a farmer today.
You met a farmer today. You cook the bananas with?
What we cook it with?
Yeah.
Oh, fish. We get very often we get some fish from the fisherman here, and
with chicken. We pretty much adopted the local diet, kind of. We're doing stuff that we've not been used or known before, like the dasheen frying or
The breadfruit is something we really love.
Oh, yeah.
All kinds of, same with the plantains, bananas.
Do you have anything to say to the public or to your friends overseas?
It's the best place you can be, and to be honest, we're kind of, we're guests, but we're kind of still proud being here, and how the island and the government copied with all the stuff, how they did with the regulations, and that we are on zero now. It's amazing.
I want to wish you all the best and take care. Safe journey back.
Thanks for the hospitality.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay,
I'm John Paul and I'm from Holland.
How long have you been in Dominica?
Since the 12th of March. We expect to stay here for 2 weeks, explore the island and then move on up north to the other islands. But the COVID crisis hit us.
Virus was already in Holland, and when you came to Dominica, there were no cases, or we had some cases already?
Came here, there were no cases, I believe. There were cases in Holland, obviously, more than here. So, but during our stay here, we heard more of the COVID victims here, and then the lockdown began.
Tell us about your experience during this pandemic.
Our experience here on the island was very good. The people are very friendly. We got to move around a little bit. We could swim around the boat, come here, swim here, get some water at base. And afterwards, when the curfew was less strict, we could go into town, do some shopping. And so I think we're lucky to be here instead of back home in Holland, because there it's really a big curfew. And I think we got sort of lucky to be here on Dominica during this crisis.
When do you return to Holland?
We are waiting for a part for the boat that should be coming next Monday, and then we will be leaving Tuesday. So before the end of May, we will leave and we will sail to Holland and make a stop over at the Azores. You may be aware that the hurricane season is right around the corner. We are already threatened by a tropical storm, Arthur. How does that make you feel? You're going back into the ocean? That's just why we are going back now. Because officially the hurricane season, it starts at the 1st of June. Our insurance company says we cannot stay here, or at least as we stay here we are not insured anymore. So that's the reason why we want to leave before the 1st of June. Do you have any advice for the Dominican public? Yes, I think they should be aware that it's important to keep the social distance, be careful so that there won't be another outbreak of COVID. But on the other hand, I understand that it's important for most people that they can get their business running. So you must make a good balance between your health and your economy. Awesome. We want to thank you, and we are happy that you are here. We want to wish you all the best as you go back to Holland, and come again. We sure come again. Thank you. Tell us your name.
My name is Marjolein.
And you are also from Holland?
Yes, I'm also from Holland.
Are you enjoying the nature island of the Caribbean?
Yeah, we enjoyed it very much. And it's, I think the people are so friendly here, and also for us. And it was a great compliment when somebody said, you're part of the Dominican family now.
How are you all?
We're great.
Where are you guys from?
We're originally from Florida, but we've been living on our boat now for a couple of years.
And how long have you been in Dominica?
Since March 18th.
March 18th?
Yeah.
And when were you guys supposed to leave Dominica?
Well, we had wanted to leave like after a month of being able to do things here, but now we're waiting for Antigua to get back to us, and hopefully head there by June 1st, or somewhere between the 1st and the 15th of June.
So when you had the coronavirus and you being in Dominica, and we had 16 cases, how did that make you feel?
Much better than being in the U.S.
What's your experience here in Dominica?
The thoroughly enjoyed it. We wish we could have seen more of the island while we were here.
Like the national parks
Yeah.
and things like that, but the people
But
have
the
been
people have been
wonderful.
great here in the anchorage, and all the boaters here helping each other out, and the people in Portsmouth. I mean, they've all been great.
Is that your first time to Dominica?
Yes.
How do you find the island?
Well, I'd like to see more of it, but we like it so far. Yeah.
And when do you guys return?
We will return to Antigua back in November because we're hauling the boat out for a little bit, and then so we have to pass by Dominica, and we hope everything's good so we can come visit more of the island.
Okay, we're happy to have you all, and we hope you enjoy your stay. What about getting supplies and food?
Oh, it's not been a single problem at all.
The boat boys
Yeah.
and the stores have been really wonderful.
Yeah, and the fresh market, we love the fresh markets.
So everything's been really good.
Awesome, awesome. Well, all the best and safe journey back.
Thank you.
And we pray for your country, Dominica, that things continue to
get better, and hopefully that everything starts, the curfews start going away, because that's really hard on everybody.
And we pray for your country.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All the best.
Right.
All the best to you too as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is my tour guide, Anthony. I want to thank him for taking me on this tour to the different yachts. Anthony, how are you?
I'm okay.
How have you been coping during this pandemic?
Well, it's a little rough, it's a little crucial.
He has been assisting these yachties.
Well, first of all, they couldn't go out because Diane assured that none of them couldn't go out on shore before the COVID started. So now the tour guides have to assist them in any ways that we have to go to them, get the list of what they supply, what they need, the vegetables, the groceries like passion fruit, oranges, mango, and bring it back to them. It's a grand because like they're in jail, they can't go anywhere of that COVID case.
So you played your part.
Yeah, I played part and it was very nice helping them.
Big up to you.
Yeah.
I just visited some of the yachties, and they expressed their gratitude to the entire Pays Association. How does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel great, and also to it make us feel that we are doing a great job in accommodating them and making them feel safe, and also making them feel comfortable in the harbour.
What were some of the measures that were put in place to assist these yachties out here?
First of all, first thing we have to do is try to not make the yachties confused. So we want to make sure we give them the right information at all times. So what we do, we make sure every morning at 7 there's a net and someone is controlling the net on the boat. So they will inform all the yachties what's going on around the Caribbean, all the safe harbors, what happened in all the different countries and even on the island. Also, even when there's there's lockdown, and also when there's the opening, we try to accommodate them with produce, with food produce. So we have Bongo. Bongo is supplied the yachties twice a week, right here at the Pace building, so they could make the order like a day before, and then they could come the day after and get their pre-orders.
Knowing these yachties came from Europe and from the rest of the world, and coronavirus was widespread, at what point you guys were afraid or worried?
Oh yeah, I can remember at the beginning we were very, very worried. At the beginning of the the close down of the country, just before that, the boaters was a little bit concerned about the other yachties that is coming in, and they didn't want to put themselves at risk, and they were asking a lot of questions. What we're gonna do, and what are the procedures we're gonna put in place. And fortunately, I had some discussion with some of the yachties, and we were discussing of how we can prevent like the boats from just coming into the harbor without having a test. So I contacted like one of the health official, Miss Diane, and then Miss Diane came and speak to them the day after, and then from then we started to count the boats, to count the quantity of boats that were there, and each and every boat that entered, the health official was informed, and also they also set they were at the Longhouse jetty, the officials, so they were looking at the harbor to see if any boats was coming. But the yachties, they played a great part in observing the yachties that were coming and informing us on shore.
Final comments?
Oh yes, I just want to say I want to thank the yachties very much for really trusting us, the information that we are giving them as PACE members. I want to also thank them for adhering to the rules of the country, the government, and they have been really doing like a great job in mixing with us. So as I said, they are my extended family right now because they have been here for over almost 3 months. Because we had the Yachting Appreciation Week in February, and most of them, they came here for the Yachting Appreciation Week where we accommodated over 150 yachties, and it was cancelled because of the pandemic, and they didn't give up hope. They stayed with us, and they said, you know what, we're still going to enjoy the island, and we're going to stay. And a couple of weeks after, they were so happy, and they were talking very good about the island. So I want to appraise everyone, the government of Dominica, for really putting the procedures in place, the yachties, and all the people who play a part to make us safe and comfortable during that pandemic.
Children